welcome to Diaries. I have been doing good, and you? How have you been? Well, did you listen to Undiluted with Stella Damasus on Monday? You know I always ask, and have you downloaded the app? Okay, so today I'm doing this episode in honor of my friend. A friend of mine, her name is Sandra, and she has been like the most amazing person to me. And the circumstances surrounding our meeting each other was so very complicated, but she has become one of my closest friends in the world. She's an amazing woman. I'm doing this because I want us to think about something that goes on in the lives of especially women. I met Sandra some years ago. Someone sent her to me to deliver something to me. She didn't know who I was, I didn't know who she was. So she delivered this thing to my house, and I asked her to come in. She came in, she sat down, and for some reason we just got talking, and we realized that, you know, we had a lot of things in common. She thinks a lot like me. She's very business-minded, she's a serious-minded person. Her goal is to succeed, take care of her family, work as hard as she can in her industry and all of that, you know. So I liked her a lot because she was very focused. And then let's say a few weeks down the line, some people saw her with me at some events, saw pictures of both of us, and then all hell was let loose. I started getting messages from different people. I would go out to buy stuff, and I would find other females. That's the painful thing. Other females would come to me and go, "Oh, I saw you with her. I saw a picture of both of you. What are you doing with this person? She's not nice." They said all kinds of unthinkable things about this person. And bearing in mind that I hadn't built a strong friendship with this person, it was just, "Oh, I like her. Oh, we have a lot of things in common. We talk about work and all of that." So it wasn't like I was in a position to defend her. I would say, "No, she's my friend, you know." But then it went on and on. Everywhere I went, the whole world, "Oh, she's a bad person. She's not good influence. Or if you have children, you can't let her near your children. She's this, she's that." They called her unthinkable names. But for some reason, she just kept coming. She was so nice to me. And then when I wanted to move from one part of town to another. And I told other people that, "Oh, I need help with moving, I need trucks, I need this, I need that." Most of these people that I approached are the same people that came and said, "Oh, she's this, she's that, she's that." So I needed help to move. And none of them came. None of them showed up. Only this one person. Only Sandra showed up. She brought 2 of her vans to my home, helped us pack, moved us to our new house. And you know what, because I wasn't able to set up my kitchen on time, Sandra brought food to my house, to my family, and everybody living with me for 3 full weeks, morning, noon, and night. Never asking me for a dime, even rejecting money from me to say, "Okay, let me support with all the food you're bringing." She would make food for her family and make food for my family. She would come to my house morning, noon, and night. She goes to work. She was running 2 businesses at the same time and running a home. But she made time for someone like me who needed the help. And I experienced this friendship, and she did much more than that for me. I would want to travel to film or to do one job or the other, and I would need someone to stay with my children, because then there was a time I didn't have anyone taking care of my children. Sandra would come to my home and take my children, take care of them. I would come home and say, "Oh, it's time to go home, kids," and they're like, "Can't we stay one more day?" That was the kind of effect she had on me and my family. It hurt me because I would ask her, "Why do people say these things about you?" And she would look me straight in the eye and she would say, "Why do they say the same things about you as well?" Because the world did it to me as well, and they do it to I'm sure that if you're sitting there listening to this and watching me, you would have experienced this at one point in your life or the other. And I realized that it was a very, very horrible thing to judge people before you get to experience them. The experience I've had, the friendship that I've shared with this woman has been so amazing that I cannot begin to describe what it feels like to have someone who has your back regardless of what the issue is, regardless of what people try to do to you, say to you. The world wants to push you and pull you down, and you know you have somebody that will hold your hand and say, don't quit. You're not the only one. I'm going through it as well. Look at me, look at my life. Don't quit. You have no right to break down. If I'm still standing, I'm still doing my job, you have no right to break down. And that's why I'm dedicating this to her, because I started thinking about my life and people that have affected me positively. And I remembered my friend Sandra, and I said, this was one person that helped me, stood up for me, held my hand through it all. But it was the same person that the world condemned and made her look like she was one evil monster. Why? They didn't even get the chance, or they didn't even give themselves the chance to get to know her or experience her. It was from one talk to another, and then talk will spread, and then people that had never seen her before suddenly had an opinion of her, which I felt was so sad. It happened with a journalist as well, someone who, for so many years, I only knew her name, I didn't know what she looked like. She wrote a lot of weird, I call them weird, I'm not even going to say bad, weird things I'd never heard before about me. Sometimes I'll read these things and I'm like, is this me? Is this me? And this person wrote so many things, and then years down the line, someone who was close to me called me and said, do you know this person? I said, I only know her name, I don't know what she looks like, I've never met her, so even if I've seen her before, I wouldn't know if it was her or not. And the person said to me, well, she sent me a message because she knows that I'm close to you, and she said, look, I don't know how you can help me, but you need to help me apologize to Stella, because in the course of my job, I have written a lot of unthinkable things that are not nice about her. But she attended an event that I was a part of, and I saw her backstage. I experienced her relationship with people and the way she related with people. And I even I met her and she didn't know who I was. I was watching her, and I'm so sorry for all the derogatory things I put out there about her. Now I'm beginning to understand the kind of person she is, what she believes in, what she fights for. And when the person told me, I just smiled. I'm like, well, thank God she got an opportunity to experience me. So what I'm saying is, don't judge people. Don't let other people talk and talk, because that's their opinion of the person. If you don't know the person, don't do it. Don't join the bandwagon because everybody is saying this is bad. Then you say it is bad when you haven't experienced it to know if it is bad or not. And that's why I'm doing this, especially for my friend. I will stand for her and with her through it all. I love her so much. Sandra, you're an amazing, amazing person. And people, love your friends. Stand up for them, regardless of what anybody has to say. Stand up for your family, love your family, protect your loved ones. Don't let your minds be twisted because of what people have to say. And that's why I always say this. Remember, it is not who people say you are. It is who God says you are. See you soon.
Undiluted with Stella Damasus every Monday on i2radio.net.